Hello! Good morning, everyone. Today we're gonna be playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, I've never played this game before. You guys have been recommending this game a lot. And I looked at it and I thought, okay, it's just like a cute dating simulator game. Okay, not really my speed, whatever. But I saw, okay, it's overwhelmingly positive on Steam. 10 out of 10, 122,000 positive reviews, right? Sounds great. Okay, maybe I will give it a shot. But then I read this part. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Psychological horror. On this channel, I've done like survival games so far, like fun, wholesome videos, because I am terrified of horror games. I avoid them like the plague. But I started this channel to broaden my horizons. And I'm not gonna lie, your recommendations kind of got me hooked on this one. So let's do it. Okay, Doki Doki Literature Club. This game is not, oh God. Oh no, what am I getting myself into? This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Well, I've been warned twice now and I'm moving forward. Let's do it. Oh, it's so cute. Look at these characters. We got a brown hair girl, we got a dark hair girl, we got a pink hair girl, we got another brown hair girl. Wow, what could go wrong? Please enter your name. Scared. I'm so nervous. Oh, we're getting right into it. Okay, we're in like a nice, looks like we've got a nice suburban town scene right now. Hey, someone's calling over to me. Hey, I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today. But it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Oh, she's so cute. She's out of breath. She's running over to me. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Scared. Oh God, I forgot my name. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Oh, that's me saying that. Okay. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I am so nervous. I'm just saying that right now. I am so nervous. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Scared, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club, I say. I told you already. I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Oh my God, it really is me. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Don't worry. I became a YouTuber, and I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. All right. All right. I'll look at a few clubs, if it makes you happy. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. I'm not gonna lie, my character's a bit of an asshole. Sayori seems very nice. She seems very sweet, so I'm not sure why my character is being such a bit of a dickhead. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Oh no, I'm sensing some foreshadowing. Here we are at the school. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. That's probably where I'd go too. Good choice, Scared. Oh God, she's back. Hello? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there and spacing out. So I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. I am not worse than you. Don't you dare. Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make me late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Oh, that's nice. Sayori. Yeah, there's no way I am going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Scared says, yeah, I'm going to the anime club, where all the cool guys and cool girls hang out. Okay, if anyone cool is gonna go hang out and be cool somewhere, it's gonna be the anime club. She says, come on, please. Why do you care so much? Anyway, well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. I can't tell if Sayori's really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned this all out. This is what I'm talking about. I'm kind of getting the vibe that this airhead, this kind of cutesy thing is all made up. She seems very manipulative. That's the vibe I'm getting. I feel like Scared has this gut internal instinct that is putting him off from her, right? Because I'm like, why wouldn't he like her? She seems very sweet and endearing, but there's something he knows something is wrong. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake. Okay? Yes, let's go. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Okay. Seriously? You brought a boy. Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Scared. What a nice surprise. Okay, it looks like we got 3 new friends. Happy smiley girl, sassy other girl, and this one looks like she might have a crush on me. I like where this is going. Nothing's gonna go wrong here at all. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear and then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki. Always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Scared. Oh, okay, we know her. Monica smiles sweet. Okay, how do we know each other? We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Okay, well, I should just probably let the story play out, shouldn't I? Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. Come sit down, Scared. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Oh, I get it. She's kind of mean on the outside, but she made cupcakes, so that probably means maybe deep down she's sweet. Or they're poisoned. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Oh, the whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Oh, Sayori, so silly. Definitely not a demon sent from the underworld to torment my soul. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I knew it was poison! I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? What do you mean? Huh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. Uh-oh, what's happening here? But not for, you know, you, dummy. Wait a minute. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Bad idea, buddy. Bad idea. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Scared asks. Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? That is very true, she's not wrong. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you, Monika says. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. Dejected. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad, she says. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. If you're joining a club and then suddenly there's 4 cute girls staring at you and they're giving you all the attention in the room, you're either going to get murdered or robbed. So what made you consider the literature club? Monika asks. Oh my god, scared. Have a backbone. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay, Monika says. Don't be embarrassed. Well, we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? Okay. As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm surprised, I say. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Haha, well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Sayori says Monika really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Murdering me. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these 3. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. I don't think that's why they're delighted. So Scared, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. Oh. I quietly mutter to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. I know, she's so depressing. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. Yeah. Nerd. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Same. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Okay. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Okay. More for... Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. No! No. No. I read a horror book once. We're already on the topic of horror. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. Same, bro. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with The Rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I don't want to do this, man. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. Oh my god, this girl has secrets. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Oh my god, outing her in front of everyone. It looked like you were working on a poem called "Don't Say It Out Loud." And give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. She can't help it. Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? I ask. Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? Okay, well, I was just trying to make conversation. Good lord. I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Okay. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monaco. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Good idea. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Hang on. I didn't even say I was joining this club yet, but you guys have roped me in. You've played some psychological tricks on me here. Monica smiles warmly at me once again. That damn smile. Hold on. There's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Wow. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. Oh. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. I'm defenseless against these girls. I bet you are. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. I am spineless, but then again my name is Scared. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, now, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Oh god. Huh. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Scared? I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Dun dun dun. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up the food. Hey Scared, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay. So far, pretty wholesome. Very wholesome, actually. But there's some undertones here in the writing that is making me quite uncomfortable. Maybe because I know there's something coming, but I don't know what. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll get the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. Something's gonna find you. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay. Oh, okay. Look how cute it is. There's little stickers of them jumping around. Oh, okay, hang on. We got some words on the page here. Starscape, prayer, sing, romance, grief, insight, pain, imagination, aura, and sugar. I choose pain. Next page, covet, secretive, essence, fear, ocean, unending, excitement, misfortune, pleasure, and horror. I choose horror. Atone. Oh no. breathe, embrace clouds, uncontrollable, agonizing, cheer, socks, awesome, meager. I choose agonizing. Dark, vivid, kitty, forgive, hurt, giggle, contamination, melancholy, boop, and graveyard. Graveyard. Holiday anxiety, explode, fluffy, tragedy, precious, lust, headphones, cheeks, special. What am I feeling right now? If I was writing a poem, what would I write about? I would definitely write about my anxiety. Family, color, charm, poof, massacre. All right, promise, tears, disarray, parfait, nibble, lazy, effulgent, passion, whistle, extreme. Tears. I'm sure I'm gonna be shedding some of these later, so tears. Cry, kiss, fun, clumsy, puppy, sensation, defeat, lucky, milk, cage. I feel like I'm in a cage right now, a cage of despair. Variance, existence, bunny, raindrops, dream, peace, strawberry, loud, hair, or skirt. These are pretty nice. I'm questioning my existence. Fester, frightening, inferno, unrestrained, eternity, flying, dance, after image, scars, philosophy, frightening. Let's see, misery, death, sadness, infinite, alone, uncanny, unstable, despise, depression, and kawaii. This is gonna be a weird poem. I know I'm cracking a lot of jokes right now, but that's only because I'm extremely nervous. Hi again, scared. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha 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 ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, scared. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. That's the voice I'm going with for her from now on, by the way. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to come here and just hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Oh! Oh my god, she had that one in the chamber ready to go. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys, Sayori says. Scared always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. Wow, I kind of sound like I suck. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. What am I doing in a room? How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? Yeah, no kidding. No kidding, really good, really close. I wasn't going in any girls' rooms when I was in high school. That's obscene. I might be a little jealous. Ooh. How come? You and Scared can become good friends too. Oh, wow. Okay. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori, me? Not really. Oh, okay. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy, no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. All right. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. Aw, she got me a book. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. What do we do in this club exactly? I feel like there's no structure whatsoever. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. What a cutie. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this. So that's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Uh-oh, I think she likes me. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. My man, this is handed to you on a platter, dude. How can you not see this? There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. Man, all these girls have secrets. I could tell. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. That's not any book I know in real life. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. All right. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Okay, all right. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Uh-oh. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing? Scared? No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I can't though. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange, new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in, then suddenly when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's all right then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had into my bag. All right, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. There we go. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see, I say. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. All right. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Silly Yuri. Oh, sorry. Yuri, you really do apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh my goodness. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. Wow. Teamwork. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me, as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a little bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? Damn, she's calling you dumb, bro. I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Bro, can't read? Are you serious? It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Wait a minute, theory. What if this guy is actually had a traumatic brain injury and he's in some sort of like mental asylum and these are all his nurses? I can't think of any other reason why this guy can't read. That explains why they're all being so careful and manipulative. Maybe they're pretending they're in a literature club so he can learn to read again because his brain has been turned to mush. I don't know. I'm onto you. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment, but scared. That's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Oh, he's butchering it. Sorry. I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. Oh my god, I forgot about the poems. Oh my god. Dude, I'm gonna freak them all out. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that all right, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. Oh, it's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. All right, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. Oh my god, come on. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit. You know, that's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. All right, I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah, my relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait, Sayori says. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Oh, okay. I feel like Yuri would appreciate it the most, right? If I show it to Monica, she's gonna think I'm a freak. Natsuki's just gonna stare at me and Sayori's like, I don't think she's got anything going on up there. Let's go Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Yes! Huh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. What an embarrassment. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Huh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Well, I do dabble. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her. I'm smiling, by the way, at this. I'm genuine. I just caught myself smiling, man. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Death, destruction, hate. Oh my god, Jenna's. Oh wow. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. Damn, call me out. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Well, I think she's just on the spectrum. Of course, that's just not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. The more you know. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Oh God, I've got to show this to other people too. Okay, well, let's get that over with. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which in and itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Exactly, guys. What have we been doing up until this point? Plotting, perhaps? Ghosts under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Okay. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time to read. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. I had a head injury. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it, but I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Mild? That was pretty bleak. Wasn't it? Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Yeah, a fair assessment. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Scared. Really, I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. Dude, like, just because it had ghosts in the title, this guy was like, oh, do you like ghosts? They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. Yeah, obviously. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all of this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Scared. Ah, me too. Woo! Okay. Oh, who do I show my poem to next? Sayori, Natsuki, or Monica? Well, let's just go down the list. Sayori. This is a good poem, Scared. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? What is going on? Hey, I guess you're right, but that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Wow, he does not like her. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Scared. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? What? Oh my God, are they programming me? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. You're not evil. Oh man, what if I did something horrible in my past? And this is all like a hallucination. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all, yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. All right, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Oh my God, what did she write? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. Wait a minute. Okay, I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. The sky is blue, it's a secret. Is the blue sky fake, right? That's what I'm getting at. Is it fake? Are we maybe we are hallucinating. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. All right, this one seems simple, but I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on here. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah, especially that last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. Oh my God, give this girl a break, dude. Like, she's just doing her best in this surrealist horror world. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it, or whatever. Who should I show my poem to next? Let's see what Natsuki thinks.
Scared, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home. What? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer.
Wait, I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it.
Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Damn!
I guess you didn't like it. Which part didn't you like? The death or the destruction part? Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly.
Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Okay. I kind of like this one. I don't know why. This one kind of speaks to me. There's a bit of a bluntness about it. Natsuki names all these animals that can do all these incredible things. Monkeys can climb incredibly well. Crickets can leap vast differences compared to their body size. Horses can reach incredible speeds. Owls have incredible eyesight and can hunt. Cheetahs, fastest land animal on the planet. Eagles can fly high in the sky, and humans can't really do any of that. At least not as well as all these things do. It's almost like humans are really good at doing a little bit of everything, but we can't do anything really well, can we? At least that's what I'm getting from that. Maybe she really appreciates the beauty of animals and specialization, and just sees humans as mediocre nothings, just bags of meat that try to do everything and kind of fail. Animals are masters of their own crafts, honed after thousands of years of evolution. And humans, jack of all trade, but master of none. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I don't know what you're talking about. I loved it. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Everyone in high school thinks writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't it the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your messages any less valid.
Oh, I forgot. Yes, exactly. I forgot the voice. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Ah, see? Okay, I was a little bit off, but I get it.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but made it fall flat on purpose.
I didn't even notice that, but you did do that. That was actually really good, because it set up for something nice, and then it just ends. I didn't even notice that. That was good.
It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
I guess more went into it than I realized. Man, Scared, you gotta work on your reading literacy, my dude.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Man, this guy's a bit of a dick. Hi, Scared. Having a good time so far? Yeah, good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? After all, this is a reality constructed explicitly for you. All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Scared. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Scared. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Huh, I guess I underestimated you. Oh my God. All right. She's kind of rude too. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel,
or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. This one's called Hole in Wall. It couldn't have been me. See? The direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor. An angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No! I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. Oh my